Everybody
needed
in the
to
country,
see that.
Everybody
Everybody.
had the Packers beating the Eagles tonight and every reason makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, you're banged up. It's a short week.
You're in
playing
Lambeau.
in Lambeau. They never lost on Thursday Night Football.
Against Aaron Rodgers.
Right? Every reason to lose the football game,
Yeah.
but a big character win by those boys.
And character, I think, is key because I was scared going into this game. I didn't have the Eagles winning this game. After Sunday night, I was just feeling so lost on the expectations that we had going into the season, what we could expect from this team. So to see them pull that win out tonight, to make those adjustments and to battle, they really went to battle toe to toe against the Packers.
And that's the thing. You've seen this from this team, for several years now. When their backs are against the wall, they kind of battle. Like when Carson's gone down, you've seen Nick Foles come in.
That underdog mentality.
It's a little underdog mentality. Maybe the underdog comes back. Maybe they're thinking that they're even though they were the team that we thought were going to go to the Super Bowl, we all thought coming into the season. But maybe now they feel they're the underdogs with everybody being banged up and all that stuff.
I don't love it, but if it works,
whatever works.
Whatever works.
Get rid of the underdog mask. I mean, honestly, because that works in 2017 when nobody expects you to do anything. You came into
you're the favorite.
You're the favorite in the NFC. Put the underdog mask away. But I think this win, to your point, shows more about the team in terms of when I went and I looked back to 2000, and when they're entering week 4 at 1-2, like what do they do week 4? What happens, and what does that mean for the rest of the season? When they're 1-3, guess what? It's not good. All right, it's not. I think there's 7 times since 2000 they've actually started 1-2. When they lose, not good. When they win that game, as they did in 2000, started 1-2, then got to 2-2, and in 2003, 1-2 to 2-2, they went 11-5, 12-4. So they turned it around. It was the pivotal point in the season.
Yeah.
Tonight the boys responded 2-2. We'll see where this season goes.
And if you're going to quote those stats, think about it. The statistic is that if they go down 1-3, it's a 14% chance to make the playoffs.
To make the playoffs, yeah.
Not good.
Yeah,
not good, and not near what we expected from this team at all.
Well, and how about this? Yeah. The way that they won this game. Obviously, the offense did their job, and we're going to get into that.
Right.
I don't like using the word, but I'm going to say it. It was gritty.
Gritty?
Yes.
That's a fire reference. It might be a
trademark. Is that trademark? Can we use that?
The thing that I mean to say is we bang on this defense all year. Rightfully so. I get it, and we banged on them tonight too. But not once, but twice.
2 times.
Did they make massive stops at, you could say, the goal line, right? One was the 1 yard line, one was the 3 yard line.
It was first and goal in the 7, first and goal in the 1. At the 1, right? 4 stops.
How many times? That's 6.
Okay, and
I figured it was 6.
Right, and honestly, going into this game with how they played on Sunday, if you were to be told that it was first and goal at the 1, second and goal at the 3, would you have said, "Oh yeah, no problem, they're going to make those stops," because they have to make them. No. They had to make those stops, and that's what's so key in tonight's win.
There's nothing that happened in this game or anything you saw for 3 weeks prior that said that they were going to make that stop once, let alone twice. You know what's funny too? Funny to me anyway. I was watching it, and they had the first stop, right? They turnover on downs, and then we found themselves in that same position again. Merrill Reese was going through my head. They stop them again.
Exactly.
That was going through my head. Like, no way. Are they going to stop them again? Luckily they did.
And another stop. That Bradham interception. How'd you guys feel about that?
Well, here's the thing. They were down to 2 healthy cornerbacks at the time of the Bradham interception.
I think this is how we all felt.
Craig James and Rasul Douglas, the only 2 healthy cornerbacks out there. So again, so you had Nigel Bradham make the amazing play. It was just an amazing play by Nigel Bradham and that whole defense, to be honest with you. But
well, and we said it too when Avonte Maddox went down, and it sounds like he's okay, thank God.
Yeah.
But when he went down, we looked at each other. Okay, but wait a minute, hold on.
Right.
I think they just brought up Craig James. They brought up Craig James, right?
Yeah,
they third corner. I think they did.
This week.
Dude makes a play.
Makes a play.
Yeah, no, right? And it comes right in, makes a play. Nigel finally holds on to this one. Nigel, who has 6 in the hands, dude. Let's go.
And you're thinking, with somebody like Craig James, you're like, oh, he's not going to be that integral. But who knew that this game was going to go the way it does when we already were so concerned about the cornerbacks anyway?
And the thing is, like for that last play, I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of you guys at home. You probably knew that Aaron Rodgers was going to go to Craig James because again, he's a guy just fresh off the practice squad, coming in, just basically cold, for the entire night.
Cold.
Stepping in, making a huge play at the end.
I don't know who he was going to go to because he was pretty much having his way all night with whoever he wanted to. If I was going to tell you anything, I would have bet money that he was getting in the end zone. That he was gonna,
absolutely.
And it was just a matter of whether Green Bay goes for 2 or not.
It's Aaron.
At that point, that was the conversation.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
I know.
422 yards tonight. Didn't matter.
On the other side of the ball, there happened to be a quarterback that played himself a game. look, Carson Wentz, we've talked about him, and we've been critical of him, and then there's, like last week, really the last 2 weeks, where he's really played well, but the team hasn't won football games, and as a quarterback, you get the credit, but you get the blame.
Right.
Only threw for 160 yards, but dude strapped it. Like, if he's Mac Hollins, right, and he's putting the backpack on,
both straps.
He carried this team. He was not flawless because he had a couple throws that he left out there,
right.
but in terms of what you want to see out of your prototypical franchise quarterback, I don't know what else you can expect.
That's what a franchise quarterback is. And
that's
again,
what it looks like.
When you think about it, that's exactly what it looks like. That's what he gets paid for.
Right.
And again, in Green Bay on a Thursday night where they've never lost.
What do you need your quarterback to do? Don't turn the ball over, okay? Make plays on third down, and then when you get in the red zone, you need that quarterback to convert. And what did the Eagles do on fourth down, in the red zone? 4 for 4. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for.
And that's why you pay the quarterbacks big money.
Exactly.
Right, third down's the money down.
Yep.
Right, that's the down. If you're a quarterback and you get paid big money, convert third downs. And when you get your butt in the red zone, I don't want 3.
7.
You've got to get it in the end zone tonight. Again, Carson Wentz 4 for 4.
Right.
Again, we can act like if that Jordan Howard 25-yard touchdown from the 25, 5 for 5, right? But really, it's 4 for 4. But ultimately, look, Carson balled out.
And Brooks checks in with us. He says, Dougie P finally ran the ball. O-line dominated tonight. Carson was efficient. D made big plays when they had to. Work in progress, but I like the direction we're going.
Because it's a win.
Right.
Who doesn't?
Right.
A win cures everything.
A win
There's a lot.
There's a W. I don't care about how you played for the first half or the first 3 quarters. You get that W, and I'll forgive a lot.
No, the win definitely cures a lot. But let's talk about Carson Wentz a little bit more. He looked in command. Like, he wasn't rattled. Again, like, there was a little bit of pressure from Green Bay. They didn't give him a lot of time. He scrambled. He bought himself some time. He made plays. He extended plays. He got out of the pocket a few times and made, like, little 5-6 yard scrambles. Carson Wentz, again, didn't just beat the Packers from the pocket. He made plays and extended plays throughout the whole entire game.
Scott Snyder wants to know, what are the Carson haters going to say now? Because this game tonight kind of put holes in everything. Oh, he can't play on the road. He's so fragile.
He's not
blah, blah,
big
blah,
games.
blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. Big games. Tonight, so far, is the biggest game I think that they've played since the Super Bowl.
Well, and
I don't think that I'm over-exaggerating.
I don't think so. You don't think you're...
And I actually want to make a point there. But to your first point of what does it say about Carson Wentz? Look, we know that is a polarizing topic in Philadelphia, whether you're on Team Wentz or on Team Foles or whatever that conversation is. This was a massive game for Carson Wentz in terms of just like you circle this game in Carson Wentz's career, and you just say, dude went on the road and faced Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. And everybody wrote him off and said, look, they were injury riddled, and whatever the Eagles were struggling at, Green Bay happened to be pretty good at. There was every reason in the world for Carson Wentz to kind of fold here.
And look,
he didn't.
Because this game has everything and all the makings to shift the potential momentum of the season. This is a season momentum shifter.
Absolutely.
This could also be one of those career-defining games for Wentz. If we look back in retrospect and think about this season as a whole, hopefully in February in Miami, we'll look back on the season and we'll go, this was the game where we needed Wentz. This was the game where Wentz came through.
How different does this team look when you've got Dallas Goedert and Alshon Jeffrey in the red zone?
How different?
Right, not big numbers, but they both got in the end zone from the red zone.
How different does this team look when you hand Jordan Howard the football 15 times?
Oh, Jordan
I've been
Howard.
asking for the entire
So
year.
nice to see
Thank you, Doug. Thank you. Welcome to Philadelphia.
I thought that dude couldn't catch.
I thought he couldn't catch. He caught
wasn't
a
that the book
touchdown. Had the bad hands, had a couple catches today. You give him the ball. First touch, 19-yard run. Again, you feed Jordan Howard, the running back, you feed the football to. Get him in a rhythm. Let him get 5, 6, 7 yards a clip. He's going to get you 80, 90 yards. And look, he's used to playing in Green Bay, in big games, on national TV. That's why I'm glad Doug went to him today.
I like the fact that Doug didn't get cute.
Yeah, don't get cute.
When something's working, don't get cute. And Jordan Howard was running the ball with success. Really, both guys. Miles Sanders was too. Yeah. But Doug didn't get cute.
Didn't get cute.
Opened up massive holes and just said, "Go, big fella."
Which is why this game essentially could be told as a tale of two halves. And we'll talk about that more when we come back right here on Birds Outsiders.
Philly loves a winner.
Stay connected to all the Eagles action with Quick Play.
Weeknights at 6 p.m. only on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
coming off of the 2 losses, I think it was beneficial for us to be able to just put those behind. It's hard to focus with my fans right now.
Whatever would you be laughing about right now?
I don't know if they can hear that at home. But
Well, if you can't hear the Eagles fans, which is about 15 rows worth of fans,
Maybe more.
and saying Dallas sucks, and Carson is laughing.
Welcome back to Birds Outsiders, presented by Sugar House Casino, where in fact Dallas does suck. I'm Jason Ashworth alongside of Natalie Egenolf and Roy Burton. Guys, again, we've said it numerous times. This was a statement win for the Eagles. It was a pivotal moment in their season where, thankfully, thank God, right, we all take that sigh of relief that they're 2-2 and not 1-3. But it begs the question, because there are still some, there are good things and there are bad things. But what I want to know right now, just in terms of our confidence level moving forward, Natalie, give me a reason why you're confident about this team.
The reason that I'm confident about this team is the running game. What I saw tonight, again, we said it before, Jordan Howard, Miles Sanders. From what I needed from my rookie running back is what I saw tonight, and that's what I got tonight. And clearly, passing the ball has not been our strength. We all knew that Doug was going to have to run the ball. And the way that Sanders came out tonight, the way that he just plugged and plugged and plugged away and really just, he shined. He shined so bright tonight. I said, any rookie rust that there might have been is gone because he's now an official NFL player.
The return didn't hurt. Roy, what about you? When you're looking at this and digesting this, right, what is kind of pushing you to that next step, saying, okay, you know what, I'm starting to build a little bit with this team?
Let's talk about the running game, but let's flip it to the other side of the ball. And let's talk about the run defense. This is an elite run defense. They still, in 4 games, they have not allowed a 50-yard rusher at all. This is an elite rush defense. I know we have a lot of questions. You look at the stat sheet, and you don't see certain guys getting a lot of tackles. However, this is a very elite run defense. The pass defense leaves a lot to be desired. But this front 4 games in, has been holding the fort down.
Well, you know they can just sling the ball over top all day. You don't really have to run it.
I understand, but if you have a good, it's just one part of a good defense. So I feel good about this defense, this team going forward because of the defense. But like you talked about off top, right? We thought, a lot of people out there thought as well, that after 4 games that we'd be 2-2. We're 2-2.
Sure.
So I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week.
Is it almost like a wash?
It's not a wash.
It's a little bit of a wash, right?
Well, it's level set.
Yeah, the level is set. The level is set.
I'll tell you why I'm confident about this team right now. And it's squarely around 11 and that offense. And I not only do I have the confidence that, yep, we got that dude, right? Because you saw it tonight, Carson Wentz is that dude.
That dude.
But it's just the offense clicked in a way that I think we expected it to. Again, having Dallas Goedert back and having Alshon Jeffrey in the offense and being able to move. When you go 4 for 4 in the red zone, and again, we could debate the 5 for 5, whatever. When you put up, when you don't settle for field goals and you get in the end zone and you put up 6 and you see them move the ball, the defense would just give it up and they come back and they get back in the end zone again. When I look at that offense and I say, okay, we got to fix the problems on defense, but I have confidence in what that offense.
Well, and that's what you said going into the game tonight. It was all keys in the red zone.
Everything's always about the
Everything's always about the red zone.
Third down
red zone.
and red zone and turnovers, right? That's what's going to win this game. So now that we've gotten the confidence out of the way, we are in Philadelphia, so we can be a little negative. We can have some concerns.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
If there's something that's going to hold you up and say, not so fast, Natalie, what are some concerns you have?
My concern is the same concern I've had all year long. It's the cornerbacks, and now we're in worse shape than we were. You know, Darby's out indefinitely. Jones with his hamstring tonight. Poor Avonte Maddox.
Yeah.
We don't even know what his status is.
Man.
Toast?
He's okay. Yeah, pretty much the Eagles' corners
Got
looking
some
like
crispy
burnt
corners?
toast. Finishing the game with Craig James and Russell Douglas does not make me feel confident going forward. That was exactly
concerning.
It's a bit concerning, if you will, because I mean, what's gonna happen?
Say no more. Understood.
Yeah, right.
No, I am very concerned about just the sloppy play, just the uneven play by a lot of guys in the team, but specifically the defense. I mean, coming into the game, Eagles were the 3rd most penalized team in the NFL, had 9 penalties. Zach Brown had 2 penalties, 2 personal foul penalties. When you have penalties that not only extend drives, but get teams out of holes, again, you're just digging yourself a hole. That, compounded with the fact that you find yourself down 10 points every single week. Yeah. You can't play sloppy football and find yourself down 10 points every week.
You can't bail guys out, especially when you're playing guys like Aaron Rodgers.
No.
They got away with it tonight, and that's okay.
Do you think it's almost lucky?
No, it's not that it's luck.
It was a little bit of luck tonight,
In
right?
what regard? I felt like it was bad luck, right? In turn, when Zach Brown got the 15-yard penalty, it wasn't really a face mask, but his hand just kind of got stuck on his head. But it's things like that when you're going against quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, when you're on the road and you're trying to win a game, the odds are stacked against you. You can't be sloppy, and you can't let penalties dictate the football game again. Luckily, Carson Wentz and that offense were so powerful tonight that they were able to push through it. But I know they made 2 nice plays on the goal line. Right. They were able to get that strip sack, which was massive before the half. But I am still concerned about the defense in general, but specifically pass rush and what that means for the banged-up secondary. Right. I know they got in on Aaron Rodgers a little bit.
And you
they
saw
were able to kind of just force him out of the pocket.
And you saw what happened when there was some pressure, but was it the pressure that's going to carry them through?
No.
Right.
Right. You got to seal the deal.
It's some pressure.
Now, Derek Barnett was able to get there and get the strip sack. Props to you. But overall, when they did collapse the pocket, and you're against a guy like Aaron Rodgers, I see how I almost confused Aaron Rodgers with Carson Wentz. That's
I feel like that's a good Freudian slip.
But Aaron Rodgers manipulates the pocket so well that if you don't get home, all he's going to do is slip and find
step up. He still makes the play.
And that's the thing. And you saw a little bit of that with Matt Stafford last week, where like Matt Stafford escaped the pressure, stepped up, made a couple plays when he needed to. And you see a little bit, not to be fair, but Carson Wentz does a lot of the same things. You can't keep doing things like that, plus the sloppy play. Plus let's talk about last week. Had the 100-yard kickoff return, right? You had 10 players on the field for that end-around pass. These things will catch up to you. In September, you can probably get away with it now. This schedule that's coming up right now, you're not going to be able to get away with it against these teams.
No, absolutely not. But at least we know that the fans turned out tonight at Lambeau.
Is that right?
I think some did. I think there was one who went viral. Look at this guy.
Okay.
Look at this guy. He's a true Philadelphian right there. We'll
Quite the belly button.
And there was another fan who was actually missing, and I believe he plays for another team in the city. So we'll talk about that on the other side.
Never heard of him.
Back here on Birds Outsiders, brought to you by Sugar House Casino.
Authentic fans, don't miss.
Now's your chance. Go to DraftKings.com to build your own lineup by choosing players and staying under the salary cap. Here's a look at the players we focus on a Thursday night game. And by we, I mean our intern, Kevin Rice. And Kevin, we're going to have a talk. Now, this talk we tease going out of the break. This guy, Bizarro Mike Scott. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, the 95. What's going on here, folks?
That's a black hole belly button.
Look at his belly button. I've never seen a belly button that
It's
deep.
completely dark.
And I feel like...
We don't need to get close.
No, we don't need a close-up.
Back it up. What are we doing?
Back it up. And I said they forgot the orange cones around the 95 thing. 95
it's always under construction. It always is.
You need the orange cones.
I don't know if the fanatic tongue is in that belly button, but there's definitely some lint.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. No.
Yeah, that might be one you took a little too far.
Yeah, and speaking of taking things too far, Jay, one of the most beloved athletes in the city of Philadelphia, Joel Embiid, what are you doing? Go, Pack, go. Why?
Was he hacked? Maybe he was hacked.
Bro.
Maybe he was hacked.
I thought he was hacked.
Here's the deal. Okay, so I want to do a little investigative work. I want to know either what teammate of his jumped in his phone, that's from Wisconsin or whatever, and if it's not a teammate, it's his girl.
Well,
maybe it's girl.
You're not that dumb, Joel. We know this.
He used to be a Birds fan. That's why I'm confused. He was all in.
I think he is.
He was all in, and then not only that,
money running on that game, didn't you, Joel?
Then he's taken the heat on the internet. So then, what does he do? He threatens us.
He did. Wait, what happened?
Mr. Mike Scott.
Oh, the real Mike Scott.
Oh. My man's for y'all.
Oh, man.
We already settled our beef with Mr. Scott. Well, we didn't have
a beef. We didn't have a beef. We have no smoke. No smoke in Mike Scott.
It's all peace now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say.
You can't say it.
I'm just saying he ain't one of
them.
them.
No, he's not. But
hashtag Mike Scott
I think
high.
we can all
That's
get
what we
along
are.
here.
Hey, fair enough. Yeah, I think if there's one thing that we know, we don't want any smoke with Mike Scott.
No, definitely not. Yes, it's going to be...
But
I think it'll be fine. And maybe after tonight, he'll abandon the Packers for whatever reason that he's on the team.
But here's the thing. AI was a Dallas Cowboys fan, and we let him slide.
you don't broadcast it, though.
I'm just saying, he wore Dallas Cowboys hats all the time.
I'm a Cowboy fan. You don't broadcast.
But who knew Joel was a Packers fan?
I don't think he is.
I didn't.
Well, we're going to have words. For now, can we just enjoy the win? The Eagles go to
Yes.
2-2. Big win in Lambeau. They've got the weekend off now. All right, so we'll see you next Sunday, 1 o'clock at home against the Jets. Make sure you tune in to Michael Barkin and the boys on Eagles Postgame Live, followed by us on Birds Outsiders, presented by Sugar House Casino. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you next week.
Birds Outsiders is presented by Sugar House Casino.